Hello, buddy. Alright, let's ready for some Formula 4 racing at a place I've never raced at. So we are going to use the 3-minute practice as our intro. So, hello, everybody. I'm Zeth. And I do a bunch of racing stuff. It's kind of just that simple, really. We've done our Formula 4 stuff. I recorded 3 videos on that.
Car on your left. Clear on the left.
He dive bombed hard. I don't know personally how to do that here, but obviously he got the place out of it, and I'm not too comfortable with the car. So I've not raced this car for a couple of weeks because I don't have every track for the series. So we're a little behind here. We're a tad bit behind. At least.
Car ahead. Car stop on the right.
Doesn't have a nasty little spin. At least track-wise, we're a bit behind. Skill-wise, I'm not the worst racer out there. Big shunt. So that was my first lap, which we set a 1:14.5.
Car on. Still there. You've got wheel damage.
I have a bit of wheel damage
Clear on the right.
from our friend in the 9 here.
If your car has too much damage, we've got to fix it.
So it looks like we're coming back into pits, and this moron
Car on your left.
goes off, and we're going to shunt off, trying to protect us and the car.
What the hell are you doing?
Holy.
Car 4. Just set the fastest lap. 11.329.
So, sorry if you see me trying to do something. I'm trying to make sure. So there's an issue right now with our sound system. With my setup, it's the fact that my mic. Well, my mic is not the mic it wants to use. So, how do I change which mic is inputting into Iracing? We might actually fix this just before qualifying. Okay, I didn't mean to hit you. Options, sound, mic. Oh, okay. Testing. All right. Ah! Okay. So obviously we're getting ready here. So the issue was when we came around this corner last race, we locked up the tires, which is basically when you hit your ABS, which anti-lock braking system is basically that. It's where once it gets to a certain point, the wheels are going to stop moving and you're going to start skidding. And it's basically going to cause that smoke and it's going to wear down the tires. So you want to do your best to avoid hitting ABS, but you still want to do your best at going fast. That's why you see a lot of people who try to do late braking techniques, like Danny Ricciardo, spin a lot of dust off your tires. As you hear, you know. Obviously, you gotta hit it kind of hard.
Okay, here comes your first
Alright,
lap.
first time lap. We're in it. The goal is to set a 113, it looks like. Shouldn't be too hard, considering all the facts. I think the only lap time we've ever set is when a... Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay, what you just saw there was a shunt. Basically, I lost control for the car for a second, then oversteered to correct it, causing me to, yet again, shunt. Which can cause us to lose massive time like we did. So it won't be a perfect first lap in sector, but it won't be a bad one. At least if this continues. Yeah, you gotta keep going fast though. So as we take that corner, we're gonna pass the line. That was a 12, baby. That was good. Hopefully, if we do not shunt yet again, we will upgrade our position from where we were. Oh, okay. Oh, big outside. A little bit of scrubbing there. Woo! Gonna come in heavy. Gonna brake and shift a little later than normal. So this thing has 6 gears, I believe, and being 6-gear gear that we don't get to too often at most tracks because it's very high up there. We're in 5th, coming down the straight here. Gonna shave another second off our time, it looks like. We might shove a little bit of, under a second off our time if we don't get past the line. We're gonna shave close to a second off the time, which puts us at 11.7. We can definitely hit 10.
Well, what car are you? I don't know what number I am. You're 17, I can tell you that.
What number am I?
Thanks, you're number 5. Thanks.
Still waiting on 2 cars to grid.
Please do not dive bomb. You're not Max Verstappen. Alright, I'm better. You're not Nico Rosberg, dude.
Green flag, green flag. Car right. Still there, hold your line. Clear. There's an incident ahead. Car right. Keep to the left. Keep to the left.
been quiet. My bad, y'all. So we're running P2 at the moment, which is very good. Very well. P3 behind us is chasing heavy. Gonna hit this corner flat out. Okay. Oh my gosh, I've been so nervous I really couldn't speak. You know, not that I don't think I'm quick enough, just, you know, it's the fact I'm getting chased, you know. So I believe last video I talked a bit about how I come into class and people are watching my content. That didn't stop. The video I posted after that also. Nowadays they don't talk about it because it's been a minute since I posted, which is all fine and dandy. I'm not worried about it. They know I posted. One of my really, like, an absolute great buddy of mine, he actually tends to actually watch the videos, you know, and I know he knows when I'm talking about him. Big Sean. Because, you know, he'll be like, yeah, I know you're talking about blah, 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 you know, when I said something about how, the video was being watched in class, he's like, yeah, I saw when you talked about that, and stuff. I'm hoping to post some actual live go-kart racing at K1 speed, but I don't know, we'll see how that goes. We just had another quick lap time. He really has so much sense of urgency out the corners, and I just take a nice.
You're gonna have to go back all the way, bud.
Oh my goodness. Alright, that was close. Yeah, I've been watching a bit of F1 recently, you know, just watched the Miami race with my grandparents, actually. Which is really funny. Because Max and Lando had that big little incident on turn 1, and I got quite upset, and they were laughing about that. Because, you know, to some people's dismay, I like Lando. I think Lando is a great racer. I think Lando Norris, of McLaren, obviously, is a phenomenal driver. I do believe that he has room to improve, and I think Oscar is also a phenomenal racer. But I also believe that about other drivers on the grid too. Yuki Tsunoda being one of those drivers. I do believe he is phenomenal, despite him not really. I think Red Bull has maybe put too much on my boy. I get it. You know, it's time to either grow into the shape of the mold or squeeze on out of it. But I think there's definitely more things that they could improve upon the car to make the car a little bit better for Yuki. Like the balance, I hear, is kind of wacky. Just certain small itty bitty things like that. I believe could be changed. I think, you know, Mercedes with Kim Antonelli is doing pretty well. I think, you know, Mercedes and Kim Antonelli are going to have a strong partnership for years and years and years to come. You know, I don't think anytime soon Kimmy will leave, no matter how bad Christian is, like, just slowly agitating him towards them. Because I think Christian wants Kimmy. I don't think he's really shy about that fact. I think, you know. But that's Red Bull for you, man. I need you know, Helmut Marko to go ahead and retire. He's done his job in F1. He's found Max. He's found Vettel. Well, actually, I don't think Vettel was part of the F1 Academy. Was he? Yeah, actually. I take that back. I believe he was in his early teens. Part of it. I don't believe, like, he had his eyes set. Sorry, we're gonna have to do a little defensive move against him. Where he himself. I mean, he watched me take that defensive line. But yeah, I think for sure there's certain things that can be proved upon. In just how...
Leader is running 9.52. White flag, one more lap to go.
There it is. Alright, this is all or nothing right here. We're going for second. Third place is just behind us here.
Car on your left.
Oh my goodness, bro. He's gonna tap me and I'm gonna get points for that. I brake however much I want to brake in my corner, bro. I'm a hate at the apex. He needs to respect that. Salt is that. You know, I would respect him if he got to my side and was a presence. But no, he's making it. He's gonna tap me from the rear, and I have to now disfuge that point. It should be fine. It's gonna be less points in general, but it should be fine. It's not gonna hurt anything. It's just this small annoyance of it all. You know what it is. Bingo, baby.
Chicken flag, chicken flag.
Good job, number 2. Good job. I'm at number 3. Good job.
Very good job.
I sounded like I was trash talking. Wow, okay, that race went by quick. Oh man, that was a tight race. That's tight. We're heading back to pits now. What a absolutely wonderful, wonderful. I kind of want to see the start of this race actually once more. And you could really tell I was going for gold there. And number 20 goes on the outside there. I'm in the back behind the number 5. Excuse me. A big shunt off, and I just stamp my, just that I'm there. I am like, yeah, I'm there. We're riding side by side. Everyone's in a line, but me and him are side by side, and he brakes just super early for that corner, and I was just not having it. You know, obviously it's important not to kill myself, but it's also really important to get this position. Oh, a clean in and out move. Catching the number 5 quickly. Obviously they had a big shunt. So that's 4 mocks up. I mean, dang, I had some pace to me when I first started off. Like, you could see that pace I had in the car.